officially call the meeting to order. Has the meeting been properly posted and the roll been taken?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Item number 2 is Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 3, our approval of minutes. 3.1, our approval of minutes from the July 25th, 2023 meeting. There's no additions or corrections. I would go ahead and entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I move to approve the minutes, July 25th, 2023 meeting.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 4 is communications. I don't believe we have any communications this evening. Item number 5 would be public comments. Citizens can address the chair at this point in the meeting. We just ask that you please limit your comments to items. Okay. Our reports of committees, boards, and commissions. We'll start with 6.1, Finance Committee and the financial report. Normally Alderman Solis would give that update, and he is not able to join us this evening, so I would just share that we met on August 8th. There are a couple of items on the agenda for tonight's meeting, and the next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September 12th, right here at 5 p.m. And with that, anyone care to make a motion to approve the financial report?
I move to approve the financial report.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 6.2, under issues that came before the General Operations Committee, Alderman Wilson.
General Operations did not meet in August due to the lack of agenda items. The next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September 5th at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you, Alderman Wilson. Item 6.3, the Planning Commission update, Alderman Beazer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Planning Commission met August 7th. A number of items from that meeting are on the agenda tonight. The next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September 5th at 5 p.m.
Thank you, Alderman Beazer. Item 6.4 are an update from the Public Works. Alderman Beazer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Public Works has not met since the last council meeting.
Thank you, Alderman Beazer. Item 6.6, Library Board of Trustees update, Alderwoman Sana.
Thank you, Mayor. The library board has not met since the last council meeting. Our next meeting is scheduled for this Thursday, August 17th at 5:30.
Thank you, Alderwoman Sana. 6.7, Parks and Recreation Commission, Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Parks and Recreation Commission has not met since the last council meeting. The next meeting is scheduled for Monday, August 28th at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you, Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia. Item 6.8, Communications Commission, again, Alderman Solis. We'll normally give this an update, but I can share that they have not met since our last city council meeting, and no meeting date has been scheduled at this time. So with that, we'll move on to item 6.9, the Delavan Downtown Project Management Team. Alderman Beazer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Downtown Project Management Team met August 14th. The next meeting is scheduled for Monday, September 18th at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you, Alderman Beazer. Item 6.10, the Delbrook Golf Commission, Alderman Square.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. We met July 20th. The green fees are up by 44%. The revenue is up by 25%. The payroll is $12,000 over last year. We got 8 new picnic tables donated, but there has been complaints about golfers crossing over the highway on 9 North. And we had a couple requests to extend a couple passes for 2 couples due to health reasons.
Thank you, Alderman Square. Item 6.11 is the tourism. We'll move on to item number 7, issues that came before the planning commission. Item 7.1 is consider a conditional use petition to allow for a group daycare land use in the St. Andrews Catholic Church at 115 South 7th Street, tax parcel XPA-5 within the institutional zoning district. Applicant David Leaders, the St. Andrews Catholic School principal.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move to recommend approval of the resolution adopting 1, conditional use findings as listed in the report, and 2, issuance of conditional use permit for group daycare land use on property at 115 South 7th Street, located in the institutional zoning district, the applicant St. Andrews Catholic School, subject to the conditions of approval as listed in this report.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, those all in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 7.2 is consider an amendment to the existing conditional use permit at 1823 East Geneva Street, allowing a group development for a multi-tenant building containing indoor sales or services and major indoor commercial entertainment land uses within the business regional BR zoning district. Applicant Gary Kerr for Jersey Mike's.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the proposed resolution approving 1, the conditional use findings listed in the report, and 2, the conditional use amendment request for the interior modifications for the property at 1823 East Geneva Street, Unit J, located in the business regional zoning district to allow for a restaurant land use. Applicant Jerry Kerr for Jersey Mike's, subject to the conditions of approval listed in the report.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to add, Jersey Mike's is very good food. And I found it delicious, so I'm looking forward to having them within the city.
Thank you, Alderman Gazer. Any additional discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 7.3 is consider an amendment to an existing conditional use permit at 2113 through 2141 East Geneva Street, tax parcel XA 4042-3, allowing a group development for a multi-tenant building to contain indoor sales or service and office land uses within the business regional BR zoning district. Applicant Dax Conley for Psalm 127-1 LLC.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to recommend common council to approve the proposed resolution, including 1, the conditional use findings listed in the report, and 2, the conditional use amendment request for interior modifications for property at 2113-2141 East Geneva Street, located in the business regional zoning district to allow for an office land use. Applicant Dax Connolly for Psalm 127:1, subject to the conditions of approval listed below.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and motion. Motion passes. Item 7.5 is consider a request to construct a private right. Oh, did I miss one? Oh, sorry. Yeah, 7.4 is consider a lot line adjustment to the existing tax parcels at 2113 through 2141 East Geneva Street. Again, tax parcels XA 4042-2 and XA 4042-3. Applicant Richard Torhorst for Joshua 2.4 LLC and Psalm 127-1 LLC.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve shifting the lot line between lots 2 and 3 of CSM 4042 as presented.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Now, item 7.5, which is consider a request to construct a private right-of-way to the east of 1333 Racine Street for access to landlocked parcels.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposed development agreement for this private right-of-way request with the following conditions. One, that the city attorney will need to determine if the private roadway meets the city municipal code standards. Two, that the private roadway must be paved with no less than the minimum 22 feet width. Three, that the self-imposed deed restriction must be recorded against the title to both parcels, stating that the owner is aware that neither public water nor public sewer is present at these parcels, and that if the property owner wishes service at any time in the future, that those expenses would wholly be the property owner's responsibility. Four, that the city engineer determines if the stormwater management meets city subdivision standards. Five, that the proposed additional 10-foot private road dedication deed as shown in the submitted roadway layout be recorded and copy be provided to the city before any permits may be issued.
The motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to item number 8, issues that came before the Finance Committee. 8.1 is consider approval of a facade improvement grant for Raul Martinez located at 2233 East Walworth Avenue.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move to approve a facade improvement grant in an amount not to exceed $25,000 for Raul Martinez at 233 East Walworth Avenue.
There's a motion, is there a second?
A second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? I just would say that I know this has been a long time coming and that previous administrations and councils have talked about a facade grant program and more recently we've really moved forward. So I once again thank staff who have waded through, and I thank the Finance Committee and ultimately the council who have supported this. This is, if it passes, will be the first recipient of a grant like this, and I think it can, if it's successful, and I'm certain that it will be, serve as a model for other businesses too. And I know we've already had some other interests that will continue to come through and go through the process, and hopefully they too will be able to receive some additional dollars that once weren't there. There's still, as we've talked about it many different times, their own skin in the game where they have to provide resources themselves. This isn't just free money completely. They have to come up with their own resources, but it's a wonderful way to match that and continue the revitalization that we've seen in recent years, specifically in our historic downtown, but also a reminder that this is good for businesses along the Highway 50 and other parts of our city as well. So thank you again for supporting this initiative. Any other discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Roll call.
Oh, sorry. Roll call, please.
Alderman Square.
Yes.
Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sun.
Yes.
Alderman Wilson.
Yes.
Alderman Beezer.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 8.2 is consider a recommendation of the Common Council for awarding of the 2023 concrete sector. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, may we have a roll call?
Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sun.
Yes.
Alderman Wilson.
Yes.
Alderman Beezer.
Yes.
Alderman Square.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 8.3 are approval of the bills. Motion to approve the warrant 2023-07.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 9, under other business, 9.1 is consider approval of the temporary Class B fermented malt beverage license for the Friends of the Phoenix Park Band Shell for Scarecrow Fest.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the temporary beer license for the Friends of the Phoenix Park Band Shelter Scarecrow Fest.
Item number 9.2 is consider approval of a temporary Class B fermented malt beverage license for St. Andrew's Congregational Event Fiesta Mexicana.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the temporary beer license for St. Andrew's Congregation for Fiesta Mexicana to be held at 714 East Walworth Avenue on September 9th, 2023.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 9.3 is consider an amendment to the municipal code sections 9-3-1, 9-3-25, 9-3-52, and 9-3-58 to include private sanitary sewer collection systems and resolution for water and sewer rate structure.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposed ordinance amending municipal code sections 9-3-1, 9-3-25, 9-3-52, 9-3-58, and move to approve the proposed resolution outlining the water and sewer rates.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 9.4 is consider the mayor's appointment of Vincent Garachi to the Delbrook Golf Commission, filling the vacant position, partial term ending in April of 2024.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the appointment of Vincent Geraci to the Delavan Golf Course Commission.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Vinny will do a fine job. Good appointment.
Any additional discussion? If not, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 10, public comments. Citizens again may address the chair at this point of the meeting. Just please limit your comments to once for no more than 2 minutes. Don't believe we have any public comments. So with that, we'll move on to item number 11, which is suggested future agenda items. Are there any future agenda items at this time? If not, as I always share at this point in the meeting, that if there are any, please just let myself know, and the city administrator or city clerk, I'm happy to add that to a future agenda item for discussion. If there's no further business this evening, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
A motion is second. All in favor of adjournment, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes and we're adjourned. Thanks, everyone.